Alright, what's up everybody? Dan the Bodybuilder from Thailand, Prince of Darkness of the fitness industry, of the bodybuilding industry, the Knight of Darkness, the white boy with no rules. The white boy who acts as if there are no rules to this world, because there aren't. There's only the rules that culture fucking makes and that you make for yourself. Here to read to you the first chapter of Ultimate Guide to Roids by Dan, the motherfucking bodybuilder in Thailand, bitch. Because the kind of shit that I do is that I'm straight up, okay? So all of the stuff that I do, spend my time doing, it's honest, okay? All right, on with the show. I'm gonna read the foreword now to Ultimate Guide to Roids by Dan the Bodybuilder from Thailand. All right, now look at that. Beep, beep, beep. There's the book. Ultimate Guide to Roids. See that? That's me, and all these motherfuckers, those are the fitness industry, okay? And all my former friends, and all the people who would backstab me, okay? And try to shoot me down and silence me, and prevent me from sharing true information with you guys. Because they want financial gain. They want your money. They're the kind of people who pick on the weak, okay? They like to push the weak around. This kind of behavior incites me. It incites me, okay? This is the kind of behavior, little insight into my psyche, that makes me go ballistic, okay? I am a natural born protector of the weak, okay? If we still lived in the human tribe, in the wild, our natural habitat, okay, instead of this fucking habitat that we make for us now. If we still lived in the wild, that would be my position in the human tribe. I was born to be the protector of the weak, a protector of the weak. That's what I do, that's what I am, and just because somebody has money or prestige or something like that, their money cannot buy shit from me, okay? Because I don't want more possessions than I can fit in my suitcase. All right? So those motherfuckers that want to silence information and use their positions and their prestige to get gain and to pick on the weak and to push the weak around, they cannot silence me because their resources don't mean anything to me. The reason why I need money is to take care of my family and to travel, to have freedom. That's why I need money. So those motherfuckers can't push me around. Ultimate Guide to Roids by Dan the Bodybuilder from Thailand. Anabolic Steroid Handbook, all the information, all the PEDs made applicable to the novice user. Bodybuilderinthailand.com. The #1 source to learn about true bodybuilding, as you see it. True bodybuilding. Bodybuilderinthailand.com. True bodybuilding as you see it. When you first saw whatever inspired you to want to get your first gym membership, and you said, fuck, I want to get a body like that. I'm going to go get a gym membership. This is the roadmap that says it like it is. Even if it's not nice, even if it's a complete drug abuse, fucking mayhem shit, I just say it like it is, okay? There's no sugarcoating. This is it. Forward. I started using performance enhancing drugs and anabolic steroids because I realized that building a powerful, physically dominating body would give me certain advantages in life and within society. I was correct. Mere months after beginning my use of performance enhancing drugs, I gained newfound respect and even admiration from strangers, friends, and acquaintances. It was a new kind of respect that I had never experienced before. My life changed. If you already use steroids, you remember when this happened for you too. Physical size is a trait that to those who possess it, it can take them far in life. Physical stature in males is a huge advantage in all areas. Business, women, leadership of men, having a big, visibly powerful body changes things. Close your eyes and imagine what your life would be like with big, roided up, ripped muscles. If you were not born tall, you can get big muscles, develop imposing physical stature, and gain access to advantages that normally only tall men in society are experiencing. If you are already tall, then you can overcome your natural skinniness by using gear to become muscular and massive amongst all men. The reason larger humans have an advantage in society is biological evolutionary programming. In prehistoric times, it was smart to show respect to large, powerful people for a number of reasons. Those larger, more powerful people could offer greater protection to others. They had a greater ability to take what they needed when resources were scarce. Big, muscular cavemen had a greater ability to fight off predators and other males. They were more resilient and could take more physical abuse before being killed than average-sized people could. In the wild, larger humans were natural-born leaders over their smaller counterparts. This does not mean that small humans cannot be leaders. It simply means that being small and weak is a disadvantage to accumulating power and authority. When I was in my mid-20s, I made a decision that I would stand by for the rest of my life. I decided that in order to attain the life story that I want, I am going to have to take every advantage I can get. Using performance-enhancing drugs and therefore having rare size and strength was one of the advantages that manifested its benefits almost immediately, permeating nearly all aspects of my life. Before I started using anabolic drugs to build my body up past what it could be built up naturally, I had been fascinated by them for years. I intensely studied them from all angles for 7 years before I ever used them. Nevertheless, before my first injection, I was scared shitless. Soon after I started using steroids, I learned that all the studying and knowledge I had in my head would not be able to save me from the utter confusion and problems with side effects I encountered upon using them. What I learned from this introductory experience with steroids was that all I knew was theory. During my first few steroid cycles, I had no experience with practical application of the drugs. I thought that I knew everything there was to know about them before I started. I was so wrong. I had to be humbled by experiencing before myself that without actually personally using steroids, I had no idea what they did in the real world. You will not obtain the information you need to use steroids effectively and with minimum risk by studying them. Experience is invaluable. Experience is king in life. You won't learn what you need to know by reading what steroids do on paper, not by going over scientific studies, or by browsing forum posts by anonymous people using silly avatars and screen names to identify themselves. What I needed was guidance from someone who had been there and done that. I needed guidance from someone whose face and physique I could see. I needed guidance from someone who I could hear speak on video. I needed guidance from a real expert who had studied the hell out of steroids, had used them for years, and could translate their personal experiences and knowledge into usable information that I could apply to my own steroid use safely and effectively. So many people are afraid of anabolic steroids and PEDs, and that is because there is so much mystery shrouding them. You just don't know what to believe. I wrote this book to end that problem. This is the book I would have bought if it was available to me when I decided I was going to start using steroids. This book provides the real life information about anabolic steroids that you need in order to know what you're getting yourself into. It contains the information required to use steroids effectively and safely while getting the maximum benefits to the performance and appearance of your body. Everyone reacts differently to bodybuilding drugs. Different people get different steroid effects and side effects. Performance enhancing drugs vary massively in their effects between different individuals. This book provides the real life information that you are going to need when you encounter side effects. A little known truth of steroid use is that negative sexual side effects are very common. I am not afraid to talk about these issues and will arm you with the knowledge you need to stay ready to plow your woman at all times, on and off cycle. When the time comes that you need someone you can trust, someone who has been there and done that, to help you know what to do to deal with steroid side effects. This book is going to be your best friend. Of special note, using site enhancement is not bodybuilding. It's disgraceful. It's the equivalent of putting on makeup. Site enhancement is the definition of all show and no go. If you're doing it already, just stop. Let's value integrity at a premium going forward. Second note, the book contains the information you will need if you choose to stop using steroids and wish to return safely and comfortably to the life of a natural. You will learn in detail the mechanisms controlling your fertility and how to restore it. I explain this in layman's terms. I've been studying steroids and performance-enhancing drugs for 13 years. I have a serious grasp on the subject matters in this book. I explain them in my own words in a way that is designed to maximize simplicity and get directly to the point. I'm dead serious. Reading this book cover to cover will arm you with 100% of the essential information on PEDs. This information is explained in a way so clearly that even a child could follow along and discuss the topics after finishing the book. Yes, I'm dead serious. My very purpose in writing this text was to finally end the confusion and explain anabolic steroids in layman's terms. Get ready. You are about to be informed comprehensively of exactly what it is like to use steroids in real life with total honesty, no exaggeration, and no leaving anything out. This is the #1 and only book you will ever need to read on anabolic steroids and performance-enhancing drugs. Use this information wisely. Your friend, Dan the Bodybuilder from Thailand.
What are steroids? Chapter 1.
All right, guys, the book's fucking sick. If you ever wanted to know, like, from someone who has like no corporate interests and like no ties in this industry, but somebody who's used everything and is a straight shooter, and like I said, I'm a protector of the weak, so I do not like it when I see people spreading misinformation, you know, pushing the people who, you know, if someone has an advantage and they're in a position of power, I do not like it when they abuse that and they use that power to push the weak around and manipulate them and take their resources from them. That fucking pisses me off. It incites me, okay? And this book is a nuclear bomb on the bodybuilding and fitness industry, because people who want to make this shit seem glamorous, okay, there's a lot of unglamorous things about it. A lot of very unglamorous things about steroid use, okay? The whole thing with steroid use is that like people are trying to like make themselves seem about like something they're not, okay? And like create this impression of society. Personally, I do it because I like it. That's why I don't compete and shit like that. I just do it because I like the lifestyle. And that's like the perspective that I'm coming from. And that's part of the reason why I'm different than all the other people in the fitness industry, in the bodybuilding industry. I'm not one of them. I'm different. So, Ultimate Guide to Roids, Dan the Bodybuilder from Thailand.